They're a side which have slipped to a couple of defeats already this season. They've struggled to score goals to the levels of their first team in recent times. So we'll look to the likes of Figueroa up top to add a bit of attacking thrust to proceedings, with Michael Laffey tucked in behind wearing the number 10 shirt. The name that raises interest from the bench is Calvin Ramsey, signed for £6.5 million from his first club, Aberdeen, some 3 years ago. Hasn't actually played for Liverpool for nearly 3 years and is working his way back from his recent setback. You might see him a little later on as the game develops. And in terms of Manchester United, well, Diego Leon is the name that will raise some eyebrows in the United side. The 18-year-old was involved in pre-season, of course, with the first team, having signed for the club, and awaits his first team debut. It's 4 changes from the cup defeat to Brackley in midweek. So Shea Lacey, Jack Fletcher, Jace Fitzgerald and Diego Leon come in. James Scanlon, Jimmy Thwaites, Gabriel Biancheri and Reece Bennett step out, with 2 of them making the bench. Bendito Mantato steps forward into midfield from full-back, with Jacob Devaney slotting in at centre-back from central midfield, which means that many of these youngsters today are showing their versatility as well as, hopefully, their quality.
But listen, you know, you want to win every game, but Liverpool in particular, I felt at this level was the game you really wanted to shine in and to win.
Already starting in a fast and furious vein. Bendito Mantato trying to step away on this left-hand side. It's always fascinating to see youngsters moving around in positions, as some of these guys have, from midweek to the weekend, how they deal with it, how their opponents perhaps try and seize on a little bit of uncertainty. Yeah,
I mean, 2 that spring to mind are Bendito Mantato, who fills in admirably at left-back, and the captain Jacob Devaney, that has played most of his football at centre-back, apart from in midweek when he stepped forward into midfield. But they both are very, very comfortable, whichever position that they're chosen to play in. And Jacob Devaney is a very good captain.
Goal scorer in the week, of course, stooping to head home what proved to be a late consolation in the National League Cup game against Brackley Town. And arguably one of the best players on the pitch was Johnny Maxted, the Brackley goalkeeper, who was, of course, vastly experienced through the EFL with various clubs, including Exeter City, and someone who's played a fair bit of football down through the years.
Yeah, he was excellent. He was, in the end, he was the difference between the 2 teams. He really was. Some of the saves that he made.
Liverpool throw. Lucas Pitt looking for options. And as you can hear, plenty of noise coming from beneath us on the touchline here.
Travis Binion is a constant talker, always giving his team information. I think the only thing that can hamper you in terms of the weather is making sure that, especially for a goalkeeper, that you don't get blinded by the sun. That was not going to happen yesterday in anyone's game.
Quite something, the weather yesterday in the northwest of England in general, and in parts of the rest of the UK as well. Yesterday it was flood warnings, today it's potential sunburn. For me at least. Here come Manchester United. Chido Obi making his way through the middle here, waiting for the pass maybe. Rolls instead to Jack Fletcher, who knew he had plenty of options in the middle, just wasn't sure who to pick out. And Jayden Camerson is flagged offside.
Well, most of the first couple of minutes United have been camped in their own half, but one wonderful swing of his left boot from Dan Armour across field to Shea Lacey. And you could see who he was going to pick out. I was half expecting, to be honest with you, Jack Fletcher, as it fell perfectly for his left foot for him to have a stab on goal, but the extra ball into the box caught people offside. Fancied him to shoot there.
Well, we know he's got that in his locker.
Yeah.
Maybe might not pass up the next opportunity to do so when it comes along. Travis Binion trying to keep the shape of the Manchester United side, even though the ball is deep. Chido Obi getting some instruction, who's already popped up with a couple of goals this season. And of course, Manchester United with a very successful start in PL2. Victory against Middlesbrough to start things off by that single goal, then a 4-2 win against Norwich City and 2-1 against Manchester City. And Liverpool, by contrast, with 1 win from 3 in the league so far, defeats, goal-laden defeats, if you like, to Leicester City 4-2 and Burnley 3-2. So in general, we know that this Liverpool side can be got at. Of course, personnel changes here, there in the 21s, which makes things slightly different.
From a personal point of view, that was a really good day for one of my ex-teammates. His son was in goal for Burnley that day. Charlie Casper, Chris's son.
Yeah, very promising young goalkeeper.
He's gone out on a loan now, of course.
And that's one of the challenges for coaches at this level, isn't it? You sort of get a relatively settled starting lineup in the first game or two of the season and a bit of pre-season, and then a few of your players go out on loan.
Yeah, and especially when it gets to this level, not so much at academy under-18 level, but certainly when they surpass that and you know, they're itching to go and get a little bit of a taste of what it's like to play league football. Most of us have done it and benefited from it.
Brief Liverpool positivity, broken down by Manchester United, a chance to counter here. Those in red having to scurry back as Mantato takes it on. Trying to get past Lucas Pitt. Back it goes to Diego Leon. Just tucking into midfield when he gets the opportunity to. Forward by Devaney. Pennington. And all the way back to goalkeeper Armin Peksi, the Hungarian who was signed for around about £1.5 million this summer. Hungarian under-21 international. And Manchester United will be looking to test as this game develops. A little bit of a cagey start, isn't it, in the opening 7 minutes or so?
It is, yeah, it is. I was expecting it to be a little bit more cut and thrust than this from both sides, but it's not really been the explosive start that we anticipated. Both teams feeling each other out. Bit difficult to make that touchline out over the far side with the brightness and then the shadow of the stand, to take the assistant's word for it.
It's funny, we've been to so many games here down through the years at academy level, under 18 level. I remember Anthony Elanga playing right back here for the under 18s many moons ago, galloping up and down that right hand side, albeit on that day filling in a position that was not usual for him. At that stage playing very much as a winger or even as a centre forward. Liverpool trying to get things going with Bradshaw. He's one of those players who loves to hug this touchline and really spread the pitch wide for Liverpool to get their passing going. Incidentally, we were talking how interesting it is to see Calvin Ramsey in the squad, but on the bench today. So we'll see how long he plays for Liverpool when he presumably comes on a bit later.
Yeah, he's had a real rough time, hasn't he, over the years that he's been here. Earned his move for his superb displays up in the SPL for Aberdeen. And it's just not had the opportunity to kick on.
Figueroa, no way past Mantato. Davidson moving it on, picked up by Ben Truman. Truman again trying to find a little bit of room out there. There isn't too much of that. Both sides sticking very tightly to each other when their opponent has the ball. Pinged forward for Pitt. Bradshaw trying to burrow his way through past Dan Armour. Oh, and Chido Obi trying to escape here. He was certainly blocked off by Welity Lucky.
Yeah, he was. A good piece of defending, though, by this man on the ball, Dan Armour. He's stood out for me this season with his performances. Very comfortable on the ball. Very, very good reading of the game as well.
Bradshaw encouraging Pitt forward. Watched very closely by Diego Leon, but then Bradshaw is in, and this could be a problem, and it is. And it's Liverpool who find the breakthrough with 10 minutes on the clock. It's their number 10, Michael Laffey. One of those players who can prove to be so dangerous on his day, and he was there to pick up the pieces.
Well, you see Diego Leon managing to get back, and what happens is that Bendito Mentato, he completely switches off, and Bradshaw just runs in behind him as Pitt slips the ball on his blind side, completely unaware. And as Will Murdoch sort of pushes out the initial effort because the angle was too tight from Bradshaw, Michael Laffey's on hand just to nod the ball into an empty net for probably the easiest goal that he will score all season. But it's just a momentarily switching off from Mantato, a little bit of communication, a little bit of awareness, and United find themselves a goal down.
And Laffey gets his second of the season, which puts him as top scorer for Liverpool's under-21s, along with own goals. They've profited from a couple of those this term. Jayden Dans, another player who's found the score sheet for them and been on the fringes of the first team the last season and a half. Not involved today, of course. Manchester United's response is led by Jack Fletcher. After a tight and tense opening 10 minutes, it's Liverpool who have the lead. And that is fired goalwards. It just wouldn't quite either nestle in the corner or pop itself up for Mantato to finish.
Yeah, one thing that Shea Lacey will do when he gets on the ball is he'll stand people up and he'll look to beat them with his trickery. And a little Cruyff turn there, whizzes him back onto his left foot, and it's I would say a cross-come shot. I mean, I've seen him do that many a time when he just curls balls with his left foot right into the top bin. I think that was probably more of a cross, but there was just a bit too much on it. But he is a tricky footballer. I'm looking forward to seeing him this afternoon.
Liverpool initially going short to go long towards Figueroa, who is brought down. Sam Allison, as I say, in charge. Experienced referee through the EFL, also with games in the Premier League under his belt. Bradshaw over the ball, but leaving it potentially here to Davidson to deliver. The flick is dealt with in the end by Will Murdoch, who maybe thought about catching, decided not to. It might have helped Manchester United indirectly on the counter-attack here. Diego Leon trying to thread it through. Just couldn't quite find the pass he wanted to. A couple of balls that Liverpool have put in the penalty area now have asked a few questions of Manchester United. That was certainly one.
Yeah, I mean, he opted to punch Will Murdoch, and okay, you make your mind up as a goalkeeper. I think he did have the time to be able to catch the ball, but it was a good punch anyway. And then United on the counter, Diego Leon just couldn't find the ball. The angle really wasn't there to try and thread it inside the centre-back.
Well, while Manchester United won't have wanted to concede, of course, won't have wanted to have gone behind, it's an added test of character in a game like this to see if they can sort themselves out against a Liverpool side who would love to build on this lead.
Well, a little bit like the under-18s as well this season so far. I mean, they haven't conceded a goal yet, but the 21s I don't think have been behind either in the league in PL2. So, yeah, it's a test of character, especially at a place like Liverpool.
Connie Doherty running at Manchester United. It's cleared initially. United have at times struggled to really properly clear their lines. This has come back now with Josh Davidson leading the charge. He'll have to settle for a corner.
I'm surprised that Joe Bradshaw actually elected to play that pass. He'd come inside Diego Leon and had got quite a bit of an advantage, maybe to go on and have a shot himself, only to place the ball back where it originally came from.
In from Bradshaw, and it was a powerful towering header, but without accuracy. Good corner though, another ball in that caused Manchester United some issues. It just couldn't quite be finished off by Pinnington.
Yeah, he's very, very useful, not just in his own box, but from set pieces, Carter Pinnington.
Here's Mantato. Just completely lost his footing. When Manchester United were looking threatening. Chido Obi trying to win it back, scrapping for it with Welity Lucky. And now the race is on. Bradshaw trying to catch the ball before it pops out over the line.
That should be a really good battle between Chido Obi and Lucky. Both, to me, look like they're built exactly the same.
Diego Leon's throw. And here he is again. Looking to release Obi and Mantato, and once again Lucky is across to deal with the threat.
And there's nothing wrong with that. And get the defenders turning.
Devaney. All the way back eventually to Will Murdoch. Both goalkeepers very keen to be part of the passing, the patience. It's the way these two sides play.
Must be a theme today of ex-teammates of mine whose sons are goalkeepers, because obviously I was with Colin Murdoch, Will's dad. Very intellectual man.
That's how you got on so well, clearly. Lucas Pitt back to Armin Pexi. And Liverpool start again from the back. The goal really coming from the only gilt-edged chance that we've seen so far.
Yeah. If you exclude the cross-come shot from Shea Lacey, it's really the only attack that we've had in the entire game from either side in, what, 20 minutes? And they've scored from it.
You notice maybe amongst the Liverpool coaching staff there, Jay Spearing, who used to play for their first team and was involved in a cracking FA Youth Cup battle with Manchester United in his day. Chido Obi's strike hitting Pennington.
He still turns out for the 21s occasionally.
Indeed,
as well.
He does, yep. They make use of that ability to play overage players in the 21 setup to aid the development of the youngsters. Forward by Jack Fletcher. It's just not quite sticking up top for Manchester United at the moment. How these United youngsters, though, must have relished the fixture list when it came out to see games against Manchester City and Liverpool tightly together in the schedule. Here's Diego Leon trying to fire one across towards Chido Obi. Rescued by Lacey. So many bodies back for Liverpool here. Jack Fletcher trying to rekindle the attack. He's done really well, actually. Diego Leon trying to carry on his good work.
Yeah, that's a decent attack. It was a really good ball out to Diego Leon. And it wasn't a bad ball into the box either. And when it was recycled over the other side, a little bit of skill from Fletcher to backheel it and keep the attack alive, and they got a corner from it.
Jack Fletcher to take. Thought about the short one. Swirling in all the time. Dealt with by Lucky. Bradshaw tried to steal it to get on the counter-attack. Diego Leon trying to target Tyler Fletcher with the pass. Well, the midway point in the first half has passed. Liverpool on top in terms of the scoreboard, but very little really to choose between these two so far.
Yeah, I don't think it's a game, considering who these two teams are, that's had a huge amount of quality. And both teams do possess. Oh, close, Chido Obi. Closing Pexy down.
That was very tight, wasn't it? And from one end to the other, Liverpool very nearly squirming through.
We've seen a little bit more of Diego Leon linking up down this left-hand side than we have Jaden Camerson down the right. And it's a feature of his game that he likes to get forward.
Here come Liverpool. Shooting opportunity perhaps. And the reluctance to shoot has cost Liverpool the attack, really. Doherty thought about it, stepped inside. And a not so subtle push from Bendito Mantato brings that attack to an end.
Yeah, he just needed to be in front of him to give him an opportunity to either flick it on or pin his man and take it on his chest.
Liverpool coming again. Just finding it a little easy to pick the ball up in midfield and pass it around. Diego Leon penalised this time.
Yeah, he was a bit too keen, wasn't he, to try and win that. Obvious push in the back, easy decision for the referee.
So Bradshaw over it, having enjoyed himself out wide, just stepping into a central position where he can also be very dangerous. Helping it on its way to Lucas Pitt, who's asked an awful lot there of Josh Davidson. Just already feel in a game like this, that little bit of quality, that little bit of composure could really go a long way to opening things up.
Yeah.
Fired forward for Lacey. The idea was good, but just a little overcooked.
Yeah, you feel as though if you can get Shea Lacey on the ball, he can make things happen. We've only seen it sporadically, though, in this opening 25, 26 minutes.
You've talked about the under-18s so far this season. We've seen, obviously, some players mixing in between the two age groups, as is so often the way. Wonderful defensive record that the under-18s hold at the moment without conceding. Cameron Byrne-Hughes and Fred Heath, the two goalkeepers sharing the gloves. Another clean sheet for them yesterday in torrential rain away at Wolves.
I mean, you become accustomed to United winning games at under-18 level. You have done for a long, long time, but for them to have not conceded is very special. It's obviously not going to continue for the whole season, but certainly the way that they're playing, the victories could.
Or maybe that's the challenge.
And that would be one hell of a feat.
Chido Obi giving chase again. His presence has just at times put Liverpool under that little bit of pressure when they've had it at the back. A few near misses. Figueroa is down here in a bit of a heap, and Sam Allison straight away was concerned for his welfare.
Yeah, it's his head.
And that will be a signal for a little bit of a break in proceedings here. Who'd have thought 24 hours ago that we'd be having a drinks break in a game, effectively? And you felt that immediately, though, and that's always a concerning sign when someone who is a tough player goes down and stays down. And while the players just take on some instructions and some fluids, it's worth, of course, reminding ourselves of the moment that has really mattered in this first half so far, the sole goal scored by Liverpool and Michael Laffey specifically.
Yeah, they play the ball down the right-hand side, and initially Mantato was chasing the passer, and then, as you see here, in the inside channel, both him and Diego Leon, who does recover. Mantato then needed to keep an eye on his opposite sort of position on that side, Joe Bradshaw, and he doesn't. He allows him to run in behind him. It was a bit of a, I don't know, from the angle, he got a bit lucky, Bradshaw, because he was obviously trying to bend it into the goal with his right foot, and the touch from Will Murdoch just shoved it into the path of the on-running Michael Laffey for, like I said, the easiest goal that he'll score all season.
So instructions passed on. Keirol Figueroa seemingly okay to continue. And a break of a couple of minutes seemingly coming to an end. About to hit the half-hour mark. And just really waiting for both these sides to really put that sort of controlled, composed possession together with end product that we've not really got to yet.
No, we haven't. We haven't. I mean, obviously Liverpool are going to be the happier because they've got the goal that gives them the lead, but I don't think either side will be particularly happy with the possession and how many chances that they've created.
Diego Leon. Moved on by Tyler Fletcher to Jack Fletcher. Tyler has it once again. Dan Armour. Fletcher trying to poke it on for Diego Leon. He wasn't quite the 1-2 he was looking for, but it's worked. And here's Diego Leon, who eventually has to settle for a corner off Carter Pennington.
Yeah, it's a good ball from Jack Fletcher. Plays it inside. The thing about fullbacks is they don't always have to overlap. Underlaps can be just as effective. And he got himself into a position here. Angle was against him, and so was Carter Pennington.
Fletcher just readjusting the black armband being worn by both these sides today in memory of Matt Beard. Lacey trying to get on the end of it. Jack Fletcher as well. He's going to hit it. And it was just spinning the wrong way all the time.
That was perfect for him, wasn't it, on that wonderful left foot that he has, and he'll be disappointed. Had to come through a ruck of players, not once but twice. Couple of blocks. There's the second one. He just gets underneath it and doesn't get the correct contact, because you really fancied him from that distance to at least hit the target.
It would have been quite the reward for perseverance there, wouldn't it?
Certainly would.
Free kick against Dan Armour.
Everyone's come down for free kick. That's the one, yeah? You have to recognise it when it's happening.
Pennington forward, just trying to tempt it into that gap. It was very quickly closed by the United centre-halves. Terence Miles. It's there for Laffy again. He just couldn't quite grow enough to head it home.
That was an enticing ball, wasn't it? Just stood up.
Good solid challenge by Lucky as well to get Liverpool going again. Cleared this time by Fitzgerald. Lacey just picking the ball up there, wondering who he could look for.
That's where when you break out like that and you have to be busting a gut, especially when the ball's travelled 30 or 40 yards, to be able to get up and help the player on the ball.
Lucky once again, just there ahead of Chido Obi. Not sure who's expecting the pass back, by the way.
Nope.
Liverpool free kick. It's been the kind of game so far that clearly it's been frustrating to play in for some out there. It's been a little frustrating to watch too, in truth.
Yeah.
A little bit of calming down required here, I think, by Sam Allison. Just to make sure that a few don't overstep the mark. Jacob Devaney, as captain, just being informed that maybe a few need to watch what they say.
Yeah. Fair enough, sensible refereeing. You don't want to be the the one person that does overstep the mark without being warned and cost your side. Best to nip it in the bud, which is what Sam Allison's done.
10 minutes to half-time, plus a little bit of added time as well, I'm sure, after the head injury to Keiro Figueroa. Davidson. Jack Fletcher went with him all the way. Calm passing from Liverpool's goalkeeper so far.
It's good again from Dan Armour. You rarely see anybody get the better of him.
He's been the mainstay in the 3 league games so far. Diego Leon bringing down Davidson there. That'll be a yellow card.
Yeah, a very obvious one. A little bit just slightly slow to react. Josh Davidson was in to take the ball off him, and he was away, and Diogo Leon wasn't going to allow that to happen, and took a yellow card.
So Bradshaw over this. Everybody back for Manchester United here to make sure the Liverpool lead doesn't grow. Another inviting ball over. Manchester United struggling to clear. And eventually, to the relief of those who've travelled, Liverpool can't make anything of it.
I thought that was one of those that was just going to drop in at the far post, and the angle. As it's hooked back in, you think, oh, is that going to be landing inside the foot of that far post? Fortunately, it didn't.
Advantage played. Chido Obi on the run. Then he's brought down. On go Manchester United here. Shea Lacey with the hit. Always just bobbling wide.
I think Chido Obi is asking the referee, you know, why wasn't the first one given? And I don't think he was going to give it because at that time there wasn't any advantage, so he didn't think it was a free kick.
Could have easily been a handball against Chido Obi
yeah,
as
could
well.
have been, yeah.
One of those decisions that could have gone one way, ended up going the other. Promising bit of attacking thrust, though, from Manchester United there. We've not seen too much sustained play in that regard in the first half. Here come Liverpool again. Pitt having a swing at it. Bradshaw. Mantato will help calm things down at the back, and now United can step forward. Jack Fletcher from Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald again. Suddenly surrounded by red shirts.
Make it go back, Figgy close up the middle. Get together.
There's a nice ball out of defence by Tyler Fletcher to get that attack going.
Liverpool lining up behind the ball to try and stop Manchester United from creating anything here. And Pitt sees it out. Diego Leon. Jack Fletcher can't take it with him. Picked up here by Devaney. Armour. And it rolls away, frustratingly, from Manchester United's point of view.
Probably like to have seen Dan Armour carry the ball.
Dominic Szoboszlai amongst those taking in the action here. Always so great to see first teamers taking an interest in the youngsters, whatever the club, because that's what they're all aiming for, isn't it? Stepping up to that first team with the likes of him. Bradshaw losing out to Fitzgerald, who pounced on the error. Good solid challenge by Camerson. But his presence forward means there's a gap at the back. Liverpool looking to exploit it, and Devaney covered really well.
That's a brilliant tackle, really well timed from Jacob Devaney. There's a foul.
Sam Allison wags the finger and says no. Camerson has to get up and get on with it. Diego Leon stepping in. Jack Fletcher. Mantato. Forward comes Armour. And Leon's touch is an easy collection for Laffy, who sets Liverpool going again here. Looking for a second, and it's a smart stop from Will Murdoch.
Yeah, good save from Will Murdoch. Gets down really well from a decent strike from the angle from Michael Laffy. Well, that was all Manchester United's creation, unfortunately. From a promising position with Bendito Mantato, it ends up with a shot on target for Liverpool. And that'll be something that Travis Binion will be looking at.
Here come United again. Plenty of options forward here, and a goal at the end of it. Chido Obi fires Manchester United back into the game with half-time looming.
That's a really good finish. Really good finish from Chido Obi. I'm not so sure how happy the goalkeeper will be, because I've got a slight suspicion that he was beaten at his near post and it was side-footed, but little ball inside for Lacey. Miss Fitzgerald, I think it was, that just laid the ball into the path. No, it wasn't. It was Tyler Fletcher. Apologies. I think by the reaction of the goalkeeper, he'll be disappointed, but nonetheless, United back in it.
A third goal of the season for Chido Obi in the under-21s. And a really well-timed goal in the sense that it will just put a spring in the step as the players go in for half-time. If the scoreline stays this way, or perhaps even improves. It was a half that was drifting somewhat from a United point of view until that moment. You're right, it was strange the way the ball evaded Armin Pexi at the near post. But it was given plenty, I guess, by United's number 9.
Yeah, he certainly struck it true, even with the side of his foot, inside of his foot. It was a really good strike. I just thought that the goalkeeper may have maybe gone down a little bit too easy, I'm not sure. But either way, it gives United a foothold. Imagine there'll be a few minutes added at the end of the half anyway.
Yeah, we had a good 2-minute break for that Keirol Figueroa injury.
Now you're probably looking at 3 or 4 minutes with the 2 goals as well.
Obi's touch. He makes his way into the middle now. Shea Lacey fancies one himself. Well, do you know what? It was worth a hit with the clock ticking down towards 45 minutes.
Yeah. Straight into his midriff, the goalkeeper. But it's well within his capabilities, Shea Lacey, to be able to step inside on that left foot and just bend it into the far corner.
Tyler Fletcher tucking it back for Armour and for Devaney. Not quite sure what he saw there. Gifting possession back to Liverpool, who want their lead back before half-time.
Yeah, the usual reliable Devaney. It was a pass that wasn't really on, playing it square and having a bit of a fight for it, that they eventually lost and have now got to defend a free kick just before the half-time whistle, which was very, very avoidable. Don't take any unnecessary risks at this stage of the half. You've worked really hard to get yourself back in the game. Don't throw it away.
And essentially, just before half-time, a free hit for Liverpool here, where they'll try and profit from this Joseph Bradshaw free kick. And it goes towards Murdoch's goal. It's up and away off Tyler Fletcher.
Maybe a bit of communication. He was always on the stretch, Tyler Fletcher, and I think there's maybe Jaden Camerson that was behind him that could have given him a shout and allowed him to get a free header on the ball that would have given it some distance.
A poor corner in the end, but they'll have a chance to do another one. There won't be time for too much more in this first half, you'd think. In from Bradshaw, and Murdoch takes charge.
Good take, really good take from Will Murdoch, commanding in his area at a crucial time of the half.
Last forward Manchester United push before the break. A little look at the watch from Sam Allison. Diego Leon and Chido Obi, who's just peeled away here to attack Lucas Pitt, and does so with a bit of class. Mantato just away from Tyler Fletcher. Forward by Fletcher. Tyler, that is. On again by Jack Fletcher. Chido Obi trying to help it round the corner. And that'll be a Liverpool ball. And that is half-time. The end of a 45-minute spell full of competitive nature, which you'd expect in a fixture like this, but at times lacking that bit of quality, that bit of composure. Both sides certainly capable of a whole lot more than they've shown. Football, though, is about moments, and we've seen one apiece. Michael Laffey with the opener for Liverpool. And Chido Obi with the equaliser on the cusp of half-time for Manchester United. More to come from this game, you'd imagine, at the break. It's Liverpool 1, Manchester United 1. Chido Obi with the first kick of the second half. He had one of the most important kicks of the first, getting Manchester United back on terms. The introduction of James Scanlon at half-time is notable from a Manchester United point of view. Let's see how that affects the personnel, the system, and the game in general.
Well, it's always nice for Travis Binion when you can introduce a full international into your second half starting lineup, as James Scanlon is.
Yes, and confirmation that he has come on to replace Diego Leon. Offside is the call.
Somebody who's got a keen eye for goal, that is for sure. James Scanlon was well up there with goals and assists in last season's campaign.
Liverpool trying to get going with the pass cut out by Camerson.
That's a good touch from Devaney.
Racing Fitzgerald, met by two, including Ben Truman. Devaney again for Dan Armour. Camerson happy to drive on. Felt he was pulled back, indeed he was.
Yeah, he certainly was. Condorty just yanking him back by the arm when he realised that he'd got the better of him and he's got a body in front of him.
Tyler Fletcher and Shea Lacey looking after the free kick. It is Fletcher with a fair few to look for there. Laffey steering it clear. And almost there, a case of anywhere will do for Liverpool.
Yeah, didn't leave anybody up on that occasion, did they? To be able to spring a counter, it was always going to come back once they cleared their lines.
So important that there's an intensity to games like this, but also an element of patience. It's a difficult balance to strike in a game like this, isn't it? Not to gamble too much, but to make sure that you're on it and pushing forward from the first whistle in the second half.
Yeah, in the hope that it will get you your rewards rather than be punished.
Just the one yellow card in that first half, shown to Diego Leon. In a game that was competitive, but no one really overstepping the mark.
No, I mean, he got caught, didn't he? And it was a blatant trip to prevent the counter-attack. There wasn't any malicious challenges whatsoever.
Lacey finding a way across to Camerson, who crashes it against the woodwork. Liverpool off the hook there.
Well, in the first half, Jaden Camerson, he didn't get forward, and it is an element of his game that makes him the player that he is. He's a really good attacking fullback, and it's a clever little ball by Shea Lacey just stood up and he got the run. He got the run on Terence Miles at the far post. He couldn't get off the floor. Unfortunately, couldn't direct it down, could he? Good start to the second half, though, from United. Positive.
So close to grabbing the advantage in what was a bit of a wrestle, as you say, with Terence Miles. Did well to win the battle for the ball. Just unfortunately couldn't head it slightly lower. I think Pixie would have been really struggling to keep that one out.
Yeah, I don't think there was any chance of him doing that.
Camerson well forward again. Jack Fletcher looking for Camerson. Shea Lacey, no way through for him. Manchester United certainly penning Liverpool in a little bit here.
Yeah, they played their way out there really well. Camerson again at the heart of it. Breaking out and running directly. And playing a nice pass as well. Oh.
Well, that'll
I'm not
do.
I'm not sure what that was.
It's going to be a Manchester United corner, and Shea Lacey's very keen to get on with it.
Tell you what, if somebody sprinted towards him now, he's got a lot of the pitch to be able to work his way into the area. I'm really surprised United haven't taken advantage of that.
I thought you were making a move to get down there for a second there. Corner is in. It's well worked off the training ground, but Jack Fletcher couldn't quite get hold of it and is relieved in the end to see it nodded away for another corner.
Well, let's hope it's third time lucky for Jack Fletcher, because that's the second time that a strike on goal has spun off the outside of his left foot. And you just think that the next time he gets an opportunity, he will make sure the contact is better.
Fitzgerald now helping it back in. Camerson still forward, and Chido Obi in there too. Tyler Fletcher hasn't given up on it. Now Liverpool have it. He can break at pace potentially. Figueroa. Bradshaw bursting through the middle. Good covering by Mantato.
Yeah. We haven't seen much of him, Trent Cohn-Doherty, but he is a handful on his day. Prefers to operate on the left-hand side, but can do either, and he is quick. But so's Mantato.
You mentioned James Scallon, of course, a full international now with Gibraltar, the Liverpool under-21s head coach these days. As we saw there is Rob Page, formerly the manager of Wales, took them to the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. Their first appearance in the World Cup finals for 64 years. Passing on his vast experience from playing as a defender in the game over many years. And he was appointed this summer, just gone after the departure of the long-serving Barry Lutas. Figueroa jumping for it. Pennington involved as well. I already felt from the first half, and certainly from the way the second half has started, that this will be a game of fine margins. Whether there are an awful lot of chances in the second half or not, we'll see, but it doesn't feel that way.
No, it doesn't. You just feel as though maybe it could be an error by one team or another, or a bit of individual brilliance. You're hoping it's the latter, and you're obviously hoping that it's a United player that can do that for you.
Just the one substitution in the game so far, but we're heading towards the point where more might be made as the industrial challenge from Terence Miles is punished and Shea Lacey wins a free kick.
Yeah, just when he thought that Shea Lacey's touch had slightly got away from him, and the little winger just nips in and takes the ball away from him, and he was already committed to the challenge. Just goes away from him there, but lovely footwork from Shea Lacey and a blatant foul.
How United would love to grab the lead here. In from Lacey, not one of his finest. There's a chance for United here to make themselves outright leaders of PL2 this afternoon. This is their fourth game of the campaign. They've won the other three. Currently Ipswich Town and Manchester United and Southampton all on 10 points as everything stands.
Chelsea don't play, no.
Not today. Chelsea lost yesterday, in fact, to Ipswich Town. A 4-2 win for Ipswich at Chelsea.
Right.
Of note, Arsenal also played yesterday and beat Wolves 3-2. And there were a cluster of games on Friday night, including Leicester City 3, Tottenham Hotspur 6.
Entertaining. Although not if you're a Leicester City supporter or player.
Well, you got your money's worth in a sense, but... Here come Manchester United darting forward. And it's Jack Fletcher who hits it. Might on another day have found Tyler.
I think he's just letting him know. I mean, it's a really good break. When the ball came through to Jack Fletcher, everybody sort of backed off. You watch here, you thought somebody coming onto that might have taken it off him. But I have to say that perhaps his brother was in a better position and would have fallen for his more favoured foot had he just rolled it to his right-hand side.
A few changes coming here for Liverpool. Terence Miles is going to be replaced. And we're going to see Calvin Ramsey, who arrived with a fair sort of fanfare, if you like, from the Scottish game when he joined Liverpool 3 years ago on a 5-year deal. He's really struggled with injury since arriving. Ben Truman also replaced. And on comes Ofalami Onanuga. Yeah, Calvin Ramsey last season out on loan at Wigan, made 12 appearances there and 8 appearances at Kilmarnock. Trying to get some all-important game time. Forward come Liverpool. A burst of pace for Jayden Camerson to deal with here. It's an inviting ball, and there were no takers in red.
And there's an example of the pace that he possesses. Con Doherty. And Camerson is no slouch, but he just pulled it behind everybody.
Just a few people saying a little too much out there, I think, for Sam Allison's liking, just trying to take the sting out of things. We've had 2/3 of the game now. Half an hour to play, locked level at 1-1. Bradshaw collects for Liverpool. Davidson. Bradshaw again towards Figueroa. Oh, who rather jumped into that against Tyler Fletcher. Offside in any case.
He did jump into it though. Case in point though, there's no VAR in these games as we know. Why does the assistant wait for that flag to go up? I mean, that could have resulted in quite a nasty injury with the tackle that he made, which I'm sure is the reason why Sam Allison is having a word with Figueroa. But put your flag up straight away. I don't understand the lapse in time. If he's offside, he's still going to be offside. Whether he... I just don't understand.
Yeah, I think it's having had conversations with the PGMO about it. They're trying to make things flow a little bit, trying to come to the right decisions. It's a course of, or a source rather, of frustration at times, isn't it?
It can be, yeah.
For players and coaches, and obviously if something bad had happened there, it would have raised its head again as a talking point. Here's Fitzgerald. Scanlon, just out-muscled by Calvin Ramsey. He really caught the eye in the 2021-22 season for Aberdeen. 24 appearances, a goal and 4 assists. Here come United with Chido Obi trying to steer it home. And Pexi just getting there to the second ball.
Yeah, good goalkeeping. He was alert to that one.
Well split.
What can you do as a player in a game like this, which feels slow and feels competitive, which means the passing's not always there, the pressure's on a little bit, but you need to try and shake that off and become the difference, don't you? How do you do that?
Yeah, I mean, whether the difference is a player that's already on the field or whether the difference is a decision that Travis Binion makes to maybe introduce the likes of Gabe Biancheri or Victor Musa. But in terms of the players that are already out there, you know, try and play to your individual strengths. Shea Lacey, who we know is talented, James Scanlon on the other side, Chido Obi, can he pin his man, can he turn him, can he demand the ball is fired into his feet or fired into the space down the side for him to run onto, because we know that he's a handful when he gets going. They're all little things that could make such a big difference.
Maffey's ball, Bradshaw, Figueroa maybe, being watched by Camerson and watched really well. Manchester United hoping for a flag there, which never came.
Well, I must admit, I was with the rest of the back four there. I thought he'd strayed into an offside position. Figueroa, good challenge by Camerson in the end, but I thought he was offside.
Bradshaw's corner. Out as far as Davidson. And Murdoch just watching it just in case. Kind of sums up the game though in a way, doesn't it? That potential for damage to be caused, but nothing comes of it.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's safe to say that he didn't mean to do that, but I think there are plenty of opportunities and plenty of times in this game that we've seen players just, you know, not performing to their full potential.
Out towards Chido Obi. Devaney across to cover. 25 minutes to go.
There's another case in point that, okay, there's no immediate danger now, but could Jacob Devaney not have just stroked the ball back with his left foot to the goalkeeper and recycle the ball out the other side? Nothing's come of it. But these are just, you know, like I say, small things that that can make a difference. And just try to keep the momentum going for your team.
Substitutes from either side warming up, getting set potentially for an introduction. Devaney decides to use Will Murdoch. Nuga gives chase. Camerson thought about giving it to Lacey, does eventually do so. Fitzgerald, Tyler Fletcher. Both sides have been organised defensively, as Liverpool are being here at the moment, throughout the course of the game, which has nullified the threat at times of the opposition.
Yeah, they have managed to push United back on this occasion before they eventually force a mistake.
On the Nuga, who's happy to give it and then charge forward to try and help the attack. Here he is again.
Good defending, Jaden Camerson.
Hit with a heavy touch. And the collision of the two number 8s, Davidson and Fitzgerald. So much ground covered by those in the middle of the park today. It's been a pretty equal battle though, hasn't it? And quite often the battle in the middle of the park reflects the scoreline.
Yeah. They have nullified each other.
Chido Obi emerges with the ball. Mantato now, with 3 to look for in the middle if he can shake off the defenders around him. Devaney picking out Lacey, who's staying wide to give himself a bit of space. Fires it in. It's not convincing from the goalkeeper. Liverpool managed to usher it away as far as Devaney. Lacey again. Not this time.
That's unlucky. No, he's certainly trying to make things happen. Now, the amount of space he was in, if that had been anybody else, the ball would have just been touching into the box, but with his trickery, he carried the ball and eventually got his shot off. As you say, Dave, it wasn't very convincing from the goalkeeper, but then we did see a little bit of that for the first goal, or for United's only goal.
Fitzgerald now. Chido Obi and Shea Lacey to play with here. It is Lacey who's gaining confidence as the game goes on. Fitzgerald whizzes it across. Just wouldn't fall to a player in the right coloured shirt.
Well, you mentioned moments ago about what players can do that can make a difference. Well, Shea Lacey's been doing that. It's a really clever little ball inside to Jace Fitzgerald. He's just got to be able to pick somebody out.
Lacey. Tyler Fletcher. Manchester United gaining some attacking ground here.
It's a shame. Just got caught between the two. It was the right idea. Just trying to move this Liverpool defence.
I wonder what Rob Page and Jay Spearing have up their sleeve potentially in terms of tactical or personnel tweaks. Travis Binion with instructions for those going forward and those at the back as well. Inside the final 20 minutes now.
Well, that's Bradshaw that's gone down with a spot of cramp in his calves, which is slightly early, I have to say, for 70 minutes. But trust me, it doesn't get any better. The more you run, the more it'll happen. So I would imagine that we'll probably see him being replaced soon.
Well, that's something for him to look forward to, isn't
it?
Emmanuel Eroboma might well be an option for Liverpool shortly. Karim Ahmed as well on the bench for them, along with Bailey Hall, the goalkeeper. Manchester United with Crystal Palace to come next in the PL2 system. Games against Everton and Tottenham, and Blackburn Rovers on the horizon too.
I mean, it's quite an exciting time to be a part of this under-21 setup with the number of competitions that they're involved with.
Liverpool's ball with Pitt. Doherty running at Devaney, finding a way past. Where's that dropping? Oh, it's hit the woodwork twice, and it's still there, up for grabs. But the whistle is blown. Was it in the hands of Murdoch and kicked out, perhaps?
Well, you're not sure, but we said, could it be a mistake or could it be a little bit of brilliance? And Chido Obi has got to be better with that pass. It was so easily intercepted, and straight away the ball given to the speedy Con Doherty, who goes on the outside of Devaney, and that could quite easily have been Liverpool taking the lead. And it's just through a little bit of sloppiness, a little bit of carelessness from Chido Obi, who we know has got the quality to be able to deliver.
Very strange moment where it seemed to hit the bar, hit the post, bobbling around the penalty area. Now to the other end. And that's a personal duel that's been going on since minute one. Wellity Lucky and Chido Obi. It's been a tight battle throughout. Still hasn't gone out, has it? Yes, it has, just about. Let's have a look at this. Chaos for a moment.
Yeah, it does what any winger would do in that situation. And I think, I have to say, on second glance, I thought he was absolutely entitled to go for that. And the referee's been quite kind there to Will Murdoch.
Bar and post in a matter of seconds. Here come Liverpool once more. Poked on towards Davidson. He was trying to pull it back there for Onanuga. Offside. And that will stop Calvin Ramsey from making inroads.
I mean, it has been that closely contested that it's very, very difficult to pick which way this game could go. Both teams, players in the ranks that are capable of winning it for you. He seemed to sort of lose that, didn't he?
Here's Lacey. Attempting it into the box. Ramsey had to deal with it. Manchester United pushing for reward in the final 15 minutes here. Camerson for Lacey. So busy in the box. Camerson gets it in there. No one can really take charge on either side.
Well, the right-hand side has been a little bit different in this second half because of Camerson moving himself slightly further forward and getting more involved in an attacking sense, and it, to a certain extent, it has worked.
Lacey, bit of room. Goes to Bandit!
Oh, great save.
Super hit, and a save to match it too. You just wondered in that moment whether Manchester United were going to find the corner and find the points.
Well, he's looked the most likely in this second half, there's no question. Shea Lacey, he's tried varying different things. And this one, I think, probably would have just nestled in that far corner. And it's a really, really good save. Critical of a few things that he's done this afternoon, Pecci, but not that. That has definitely kept his side in it.
And it's the final act for Shea Lacey, who steps away to make way for Victor Musa.
I am surprised, but he can go off, and I think especially in the second half he's done all he can other than score to try and help his team to win this game. Shea Lacey.
Manchester United corner. It's there towards Musa, and Dan Armour as well was trying to break free. So who wins it? Does anyone?
Looks like we're going to see it. Another Liverpool substitution as well.
Yeah, the double change, I think, on the way.
Yeah, two, yeah.
Eroboma and Ahmed hovering. At this point, when you're on the sidelines waiting to come on, the clock ticks really fast, doesn't it? There's only 12 minutes left as it is. Fitzgerald, lovely ball towards Musa. Chido Obi with him. On goes Musa for Obi, who hits it. And it took a nick on the way through. It'll be a corner. Manchester United trying to end the game strongly here.
Yeah. Came alive then into the area. I didn't think the angle was anywhere near for him to be able to get a shot off, but he did. Great pass from Jace Fitzgerald as well to free Victor Musa.
So Joseph Bradshaw, who was struggling with cramp a few moments ago, is one of those to be replaced. No surprise really there.
Goalkeeper now. Flex, VC, make sure you narrow enough. How you go, Kareem?
Josh Davidson, the other to be replaced.
Watch the 8 for us all in again. Yeah, just be careful. That's enough. That's enough. You're aware of it. That's fine. You're ready. You're ready round the back. Ready round the back.
10 minutes or so to win it. Poked away by Ahmed. As far as Jack Fletcher, who sends it back in with interest. Angus Musso did well to retain it. Trying to come on and make a difference in the final moments of the game.
Well, that's all you can do as a substitute. You come on, and no matter what time you've got on the pitch, you try and do something in that time to affect the game.
And there it is for Chido Obi. And Camerson! That might be the moment that makes the difference for Manchester United on Merseyside.
Well, it's paid off. Mentioned it earlier, the fact that Jayden Camerson has got himself involved offensively. He's moved himself into an area of the pitch where he can be a threat. And we saw Bendito Mantato in the first half, and he didn't get anywhere near the opportunities playing further up the field as he has done just here. Fantastic burst of pace, and he picks out Chido Obi, and as the goal spills back off Pexic, there is Jayden Camerson. A little bit like Michael Laffey in the first half. Probably won't score an easier goal, but he was there, and that is the main thing. And to be honest, United have looked the more likely to have won this game in these last sort of 5 or 10 minutes. And let's hope that that's it.
Well, the frustration etched on the face of Rob Page. As we mentioned earlier, he's been to a World Cup as a manager, but has that winning mentality and doesn't want to lose this game. But Manchester United might have just struck the killer blow from a player who's come more into the game in this second half than he was in the first, no doubt.
Yeah, definitely. I think the right-hand side in the first half for Manchester United was pretty much obsolete. And then in the second half, they've both come alive. Shea Lacey and Jayden Camerson have been a real threat for a majority of this half, but it was a super break down the left-hand side from Mantato that allowed that chance to be created.
A really daft yellow card there for Keirol Figueroa, who was frustrated at being penalised and just booted the ball away. Sam Allison not tolerating any of that, so Liverpool's number 9 is in the book. This is where those two fabled words, game management, come into play. Manchester United looking to just calm Liverpool down for the next few moments as the time ticks away. Calvin Ramsey trying to break free. Watched closely by James Scanlon. It's a Manchester United throw.
Yeah, they've worked so hard to get themselves in front now. And at this late stage, you don't want to do anything that might jeopardise the 3 points, as well as keeping your standards that Travis Binion would come to expect. But with, what, 6 minutes to go, plus stoppages, game management is key. Don't take any risks. Sometimes it does look ugly if you're just kicking the ball anywhere when you have to, but it's a lot better than putting your side in trouble and perhaps costing the lead. And any manager will tell you that from top to bottom in football.
Jack Fletcher striding through the midfield. Mantato still full of running, looking for the early ball for Chido Obi. Lucas Pitt for Liverpool. Trying to hoist it long. Easily watched out by Tyler Fletcher. Manchester United in no rush to get restarted.
No, the time is on their side.
Musa trying to spread the play, gets the free kick.
Well spotted by the referee.
Musa's after it, helps United regain it. Last few minutes now of a keenly fought contest. Camerson. Fitzgerald. Nicely done for Musa. Chido Obi ahead of him. Musa hits it. He was on the slip and it was sliding its way towards goal via a deflection for a corner.
Yeah, we'll take that. Again, it's positive. Victor Musa has had a decent impact since he's come on. And now, I would imagine, about 2.5 minutes to go. And this is where all your possession work in training, this is where it comes in extremely handy. Keep hold of the ball.
And it goes towards Daniel Armour. So close to getting the telling touch to end this as a contest.
It's a wonderful ball. And was he on the stretch? Oh, he was on the stretch, wasn't he? Dan Armour, he's put under a lot of pressure by the goalkeeper too.
Liverpool seemingly running out of steam a little bit here. We always thought it would be a game of fine margins, a 1-goal win if it was a win for anybody. That's the way it's looking at the moment, with 90 seconds of the 90 minutes to play, plus whatever is added on. Chido Obi, after good work from Jace Fitzgerald. Just wouldn't quite roll United's way there.
No, it was a good tackle on him, wasn't it, on the edge of the box.
Slip from Devaney, then a bit of a hack. Eventually the free kick is given. Sam Allison trying to keep it going, trying to play the advantage.
Well, this will be the opportunity for Liverpool to put the ball into the box. This is where it is complete opposites when things like this happen. This happens to United. They keep the ball and they try and keep possession. But Liverpool, it's getting towards last chance saloon. They need to get this ball in the box to give them any opportunity.
A little bit of blood here, which requires immediate attention. Struggling to see the damage in the sunshine.
Well, there's the 90 minutes up. And that is Obviously going to be, just with that one incident, there's going to be another minute added.
Into the box it goes. Manchester United emerging unscathed. Ahmed having to scurry back to defend here.
We'll take that down there. There were 3 United shirts chasing that ball in the 92nd minute. It's got to be pleasing for Travis Binion.
Musa. Fitzgerald happy to settle for a throw-in at this stage.
Yeah, certainly grown into the game in this second half. Jace Fitzgerald was on the periphery in the first, but he's come to the fore in this second half.
There were a few like that in truth, weren't there? Players-wise, we were waiting for a few to really step forward and show what they could do in the second half. United wanted to make a change. Chido-Obi, I think, is down. It's all getting a little bit hot under the collar.
It is, yeah.
The problem was, I think the 4th official was dealing with the Liverpool injury.
Somebody's going in the book. Onanuga presumably has come back on without being told to.
Absolutely, I think that's exactly what's happened.
Which
it's one of those things, isn't it? It's infuriating for the player and for the coaching staff, but also for the referee, who's got to follow the rules.
Yes.
Otherwise, he's the one who gets it in the neck.
And the players know the rules as well, and they know that once they leave the field of play, they have to be waved back on by the referee, and if that's not happened, then...
Biancheri for Obi. The Manchester United change here. He has run himself into the ground in this game, and ultimately he's got his reward. He scored, and he was involved in the second, which at the moment is the match-winning goal.
Yeah, he's done his job. He's created one, and he's scored another. And Gabe Biancheri's going to play out these final 25 minutes of extra time.
Well, we've had 3, and because the 4th official was working with the injury, we've not seen the board. So we're at the mercy of Sam Allison and the time he adds on.
It could quite easily be 5 or 6.
Yeah, I would say perhaps another 90 seconds or so.
Yeah.
United will be quite happy just to keep the ball in that corner, or close to it.
They've got a corner. It's well worked. And that is what you call good game management. No chance that Liverpool are going to score from down in this corner. And that is where they need to keep the ball, I would say, for another minute, maybe 2. They're certainly capable of that.
Thought it was his ball. Liverpool with a chance to get out. Maybe one final push forward for them. Camerson's header. That is a free kick in favour of Manchester United as Calvin Ramsey tried to accelerate away.
Jacob, let's go, thank you. Let's go.
Devaney away. Manchester United throw. They have looked after the ball and protected themselves very well since taking the lead through Jayden Camerson. That's it. It's Manchester United's day in Liverpool's backyard. A victory born of grit and determination, and two big moments in front of goal. Both involved Chido Obi, who scored the first and had the strike which led to the second, tidied up by Jayden Camerson. Not a classic in terms of attacking quality, but a derby victory means the world at any level. Liverpool 1, Manchester United 2.